All right, let's continue on in Acts. I am too, the commander muttered, and it cost me plenty. Paul answered and said, but I am a citizen by birth. The soldiers who were about to interrogate Paul quickly withdrew when they heard he was a Roman citizen, and the commander was frightened because he had ordered him bound and whipped. Paul before the high council. The next day, the commander ordered the leading priest into the session with the Jewish high council. He wanted to find out what the trouble was all about, so he released Paul to have him stand before them. Gazing intensely at the high council, Paul began, brothers, I have always lived before God with a clear conscience. Instantly, Ananias, the high priest, commanded those close to Paul to slap him on the mouth. But Paul said to him, God will slap you, you corrupt hypocrite. What kind of judge are you to break the law yourself by ordering me struck like that? Those standing near Paul said to him, do you dare to insult God's high priest? I'm sorry, brothers, I didn't realize he was a high priest, Paul replied. For the scriptures say, you must not speak evil of any of your rulers. All right, and to read that into King James. I wist not, brethren, that he was the high priest, for it is written, thou shalt not speak evil of the ruler of thy people. All right, here we go. And they answered again and said, let the king tell the servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation of it. The king answered and said, I know of certainty that you will gain time, because you see, the thing is gone from me. So they tried to bargain with him and say, like, just tell us the dream and we'll give you the interpretation one more time, right? This all goes back to yesterday's study, which goes back to the day before. Make sure you watch Daniel from the beginning. The king answered and said, I know of certainty that you would gain the time, because you see, the thing is gone from me. In other words, I don't remember the dream anymore. You need to tell me the dream and then interpret it. So, but if you will not make known unto me the dream, there is but one decree for you have prepared lying and corrupt words to speak before me till the time be changed. Therefore, tell me the dream, and I shall know that you can then show me the interpretation thereof. The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, there is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter. Therefore, there is no king, lord, nor ruler that asked such things any magician or astrologer or Chaldean. And it is a rare thing that the king requireth. And there is none other that can show it before the king except the gods, whose dwelling is not with flesh. For this cause, the king was angry and furious and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. Now that includes Daniel. And the decree went forth, and the wise men should be slain. And they sought Daniel and his fellows to be slain also, right? Then Daniel answered with the counsel and wisdom to Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, which has gone forth to slay the wise men of Babylon. We'll get to the rest of that tomorrow. Love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what